Sky9 pilot and friend Peter Peelgrane died overnight. He was injured in a helicopter crash in 1992. He died from pneumonia and other complications from his injuries. Peter Peelgrane was one of a kind, a trusted colleague, a good friend, a loving father and husband. He leaves his wife Karen and 5 children. 9 News reporter Tom Costello and photographer Brian Gill look back at the life of a man all of us here at 9 News were proud to call our friend. Sky9 pilot Peter Peelgrane.
Denver Tower, helicopter Sky9 at Combs Gates on the south ramp for a westerly departure.
The people who knew him best will tell you Peter Peelgrane was born to fly.
Now the helicopter doesn't have a wing, does it? Yeah! Well, it does, actually. See that thing on top there?
His enthusiasm rubbed off on everyone around him, especially the thousands of school kids who'd gathered to hear his stories of flying Sky9.
It's absolutely impossible to try and stay on top of this thing, and it is just raging unchecked. It is burning in a northwesterly direction.
Peter was more than a superb pilot. He was also a reporter and a bit of a clown who took great pride in his Aussie accent and making people feel at ease in his office in the sky.
Whenever you were in the helicopter, he just had that look on his face of, isn't life grand? and life for him really was grand. He was just a great person.
Peter started flying 30 years ago as a captain in the Australian Army. After spending 10 years at Channel 7, he joined 9 News in 1989. A few months later, he spotted and rescued a lost 10-year-old boy in the mountains near Deckers.
You're doing okay there? I want you to stay right there, okay? I want you to stay right there. You're going to be okay.
Peter was in it to make a difference. But if he wasn't in the air, you'd often find him on the water. Peter was an experienced sailor. He seemed most happy when he had the sun in his face and he was surrounded by his family. 9 News reporter Lori Hirosa was a close friend.
He got such joy out of the small things in life, out of looking at a small fish or a lobster underneath a rock. And he got special joy out of sharing that with other people. And he especially loved sharing it with his children.
Sky9 pilot Peter Peelgrane is in extremely critical condition after the crash of his helicopter in Larimer County just before noon today.
Witnesses say there was heavy fog over the reservoir.
On a cold, foggy morning 3.5 years ago, Sky9 lost power and was forced down on the ice covering Horsetooth Reservoir. 2 of Peter's closest friends, Bob Ash and Michael Stone, drowned when the ice broke apart. Peter was clinically dead when rescuers pulled him out of the water. At first, doctors weren't sure he'd pull through or come out of a coma, but he did.
Touch the floor, up, 7, good, up.
For the next 3 years, we all watched with admiration and pride as Peter took his first steps, then spoke his first words, fighting to overcome a brain injury. Through every minute, his wife Karen and his children were by his side.
You ready?
Yes.
You know, life presents us with challenges, and we never know what challenges we're going to get next. All right, relax. Okay, just lean back.
He literally was in the fight of his life, and he knew it.
Oh. You right?
Through every painful minute, the love between Karen and Peter seemed to grow stronger, and Karen began writing a book about their struggles.
I miss looking up when I heard a helicopter and seeing if it was Peter. I miss having him buzz the house on the way home as if to say I'll be home soon. I miss him lying on the floor in front of the TV with his sailing magazine and his cup of tea, asleep. I miss the man I married.
We've lost a great friend today, a great mate with a great heart. We wish you a smooth flight, friend. We hope to fly with you again someday.
There will be a memorial service and fund for Peter. Details are not set. Peter Peelgrane was 49.